This should be interesting. This should be very interesting. I look forward to it. Oh man, I'm so messed up. Okay. Switching back up. Let me get my phone out so that I can chat a little, at least. No one's joining me tonight. I'm not going to be on long. I'm probably only going to be on for an hour. I'll explain why in a minute. Pull this up. Okay, guys. Hey, how we doing tonight? Wow, 21 folks already. Wow, that is impressive. Thank you guys so much for showing up. Let me go ahead and tell you guys right now, I'm not going to be on very long. In fact, I'll be honest, I wasn't going to stream tonight. I honestly wasn't. I had released my new response video to extra credits. I was kind of like, that's it. That's all I'm doing for the YouTube channel today. I'm done. I'm going to take a break. But then I checked my work schedule for next week, and oh man, I'm going to be busy. I've got almost nothing but evening shifts through most of the week. Odds are pretty good. I will not be able to stream tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, probably not even Wednesday. It will be a while before I get to do a stream again, so I said, let me get in a quick stream. The problem is I haven't even eaten yet. My brother just went out to get pizza for us because I'm not feeling my best today. I feel a little out of it. Don't know why. Probably just like something I ate or something. I don't know, but whatever the case. Feeling a little bit out of it today. Haven't even eaten yet, so I'm like, I'll do a very quick stream, like maybe like an hour or something stream, maybe hour and a half. And that's going to be it. So what better way to do that than to do it in For Honor? But the thing that I realized, the thing that I was thinking about is, For Honor's all about that winter thing right now. For Honor's all about that winter thing. And I thought to myself, what's the one rule about fighting in the winter? You don't do it in Russia. You don't invade Russia in the winter. It hasn't worked out yet for Hitler or for Napoleon. So I'm like, maybe if I feel that Russian vibe, maybe I too can be victorious in the winter. And for those of you wondering what the Russian says in the title, like the Russian script, my Russian is a bit bad, but it's Работа не волк, villes не убежит, which basically means the work is not the wolf. It does not run away into the forest. In other words, don't worry about work too much. It's not going anywhere. Take some time to enjoy yourself. It's a little Russian proverb that I thought I'd share with you guys, and it's probably the only Russian proverb I know. So, let's get this started.
Let's get down to business.
Let's get down to business.
To defeat the pun.
No, I was going somewhere else with that, actually. But yes. Okay, so here we go. All right. It worked out for the Mongols? Not that well. I mean, Russia wasn't what it was when the Mongols were.
Russia wasn't really Russia at the time.
Yeah, you can't call it... It wasn't really Russia.
I mean, it was a bunch of, Muscovite principalities.
Yeah, so you can't really call it Russia, can you? Also, yes, I am working with Berserker a lot so that I can prepare myself, because I actually really am bad at Berserker. I'm actually terrible with Berserker. How, Temp? How did you do it? You were all like, hey, man, invite me. I want to play with you. And there you are. How did Temp do... What? Y'all, I did not invite him. You can see my player thing. I did not invite him. He just somehow got on. How did he do it? That's creepy. That's actually creepy, Temp. How'd you do that? Can you invite me? Like I said, I'm only going to be on for for a little while, guys. Like, food just showed up. And I'm only going to be doing this for like an hour, maybe an hour and a half. That is so weird. You just saw the Russian title? Yeah. Don't worry, Kenneth Leatherman. Once I do another live stream where I play with other folks, I will invite you, okay? Because you've asked plenty of times. I will invite you next time, okay? I did not invite Temp. Before y'all say, but you invited Temp. I didn't invite him. He's on here purely by chance. I didn't do that. Also, Napoleon did make it to Moscow. He just didn't expect the Russians to burn down their capital. He didn't expect the Russians to do a lot of things. Hey, Raven, have you ever played any of the Far Cry games? And if so, what did you think and which one was your favorite? I played a little bit of Far Cry 3, a little bit of Far Cry 4. I played Far Cry 5. I played Far Cry Primal. My brother is playing Far Cry 6. That's it. I love Far Cry Primal. I think that got a bad rep. I know a lot of people say it's crap. It's a crap tier. I like Far Cry Primal. It's a lot of fun. Far Cry 5 was a great game mechanically and great playing, like, I had a blast playing it. The ending was sucky. The ending was awful. I love fighting the Seed family because they were just such evil people and such heretics. You know the joke that we always do, burn the heretic? Like, literally, I could say that with the Seed family. They are heretics. Far Cry 3, I know everyone goes on about how awesome Voss is, and yeah, he's an over-the-top fun villain, but here's my thing. When I made my Apollyon versus Astria video and I said that Apollyon was one of the best villains that I can think of in media, people always say, oh, so Voss doesn't exist? Voss and Apollyon shouldn't be compared. Voss and Apollyon are two totally different animals. Voss is just this over-the-top, crazy, funny, meme-level guy. How did I not... Get my stamina back. Oh, the light spam, you jerk! I had him too, but then you said, nope, light time. Anyway. Oh, I got 17.99 pounds from Noise Tank. Enjoy your soon-to-be pizza, big man. Thank you, man. I appreciate the money. Let me tell you guys something funny. Want to know something funny about my latest response video? It's not monetized. It is not monetized. I tried to monetize it. Let me tell you why it's not monetized. You'll find this funny, I promise. I made sure to shorten down the Lion King clip and the Kung Fu Panda clip so that they wouldn't be monetized, so that they wouldn't be copyright stricken. And they weren't. The clips weren't copyright stricken. It was the music that played in the background of the Kung Fu Panda clip that got me demonetized. Got him. Whew. That was close. The Viking on Viking violence was in. Why is the description in a different language? You should have come in earlier. I would have told you. And it's in Russian, by the way. And before you ask, no, I don't know much Russian. I know more Japanese, Mandarin, and Korean than I do Russian. But that's one of the few proverbs in Russian that I'm actually somewhat familiar with. And for those of you who don't remember what it means, it basically means, I said it earlier, but I'll say it again, it means, work is not a wolf. It does not run away into the woods. In other words, it's a proverb that basically means work isn't running away. It isn't going anywhere, so take your time with it, you know?
That's not what Stalin told me.
I better go help out my Kyoshin buddy. Kyoshin buddy, I'm coming, brother. Alright. Good fight. That is such a good execution for Berserker, I'm not even gonna lie. As soon as the Dead by Daylight event started, I immediately said, Huntress is going to Zerk. Huntress is going to Zerk. Especially since I play a female Zerk. Because I see so few female Berserkers. People like to pick on me like, oh, most of your characters are female. Yeah, I know. But it's because most of the characters I see that have the option, people choose the male one, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, let's see some variety. Let's see some females in the battlefield. Berserker's one of the ones, I don't see other people play female Berserkers. I think I'm one of the only ones who actually does. Hi, buddy! I'm out. You have fun with that. I'm going to go heal up. Because as soon as he was like, I'm ready to get my revenge now.
Just refuse to feed it.
I refuse to feed that revenge. I refuse to feed it. A Highlander with revenge is worse than cancer. And he's done. And before some of you say, wow, Raven, you got a little toxic. I've had a bad day. I've had a very bad day. I woke up this morning feeling really sick.
That sounds like it could be like a new one of those single player renown missions. You know, just like Berserker's no good, very bad day. Oh no, is that kickflip? No, no good, very practical.
So that's all this Kyoshin's gonna do. He's just basically gonna... Okay, you're just gonna team up with your buddy. Okay, yep, I'm dead. The Dying Raven 443 killed me. I'm the Raven Knight. Wow, so we're both Ravens, but you're my enemy. What the heck? And get that basket off your head. It looks unbecoming. Looks very unbecoming. Do you agree that males should play always the male characters and females the female characters of For Honor? No! Why on earth would I... No! This is one of those games where you can literally make the character whatever you want it to be. I don't care what gender you choose to play as for the character. Genuinely, I couldn't care less.
You capture Zone C.
Oh, good work, Shinobi. You got him. I mean, I probably could have had him myself, but, you know, it's... You know.
I loosened him up for you.
Oh, look at him run away. I don't have backup, run away! Very classic Kyoshin. If you don't have the backup, just run away until you can find it. Yeah, everyone's gonna start asking eventually. When is the Oh, damn. Temp got him. Temp got him hard. I'm going back to A. How am I doing on the scores? I'm bottom rung. You might think a swink's on the bottommost rung, though I spend the time in the ashes and soot. In this whole wide world, there's no happier bloke. Chim chim. I'm sorry, I've been having Mary Poppins on the brain lately.
You don't know why. Oh. Change the HDMI, change it for mine.
Bring out your dead! Bring out your dead! Bring out your dead! And we're done. That was a good fight. That was a very good match. Yeah, I thought that went very well. I enjoyed that match. That was a good match. All right. Anyway, I have like all the C executions on my Berserk and third outfit. Cool. My brother always plays his video games as female characters. I don't see a problem with that. Hey Raven, do you think you will ever stream with other games? I try to stream with other games, but most people never watch them. Y'all, I've streamed with Ghost of Tsushima. I've streamed Halo. I've streamed Warhammer. I've streamed lots of other games. No one watches them. Anytime I stream anything other than For Honor, I get no views. And right now, I have no money. I have no money right now. Even though I'm back at work, I'm on light duty, which means I'm not taking as many tables. And so because I'm on light duty, I can't make as much money because I get fewer tables and thus fewer tips. And not only that, but I just looked at my current revenue from For Honor, like not For Honor, from YouTube. And right now, I've made about $20 total this month. And you might think, well, that's not so bad. It's only January 6th, right? You know, you'll make more. Keep in mind, the money starts coming in the 21st and ends on the 21st. So I'm almost halfway through, and I'm only seeing $20. So I'm kind of like, that's why I'm like, I don't got much left in the bank. So I really can't afford not to get those views. I need people watching my stuff so that I can, you know, like, get that monetization. I'm never gonna sell out my principles for money. That's something I will never do. Like, I'm never gonna say, oh dude, I'm all for that money, so I'm gonna make videos that I think are cringe. No, I'm not gonna do that. But I do want to make sure that this content I make is stuff that attracts people to see my stuff, so that way I can make a little bit of money, so that way I can keep myself able to do these things. Because, guys, I'm going to be real honest. If I can't start making ends meet, then genuinely, I'm going to have to stop doing a lot of my YouTube stuff and focus on my work. Like, I'm going to have to take extra shifts. I'm going to have to, like, I was almost willing to go in for an extra shift tonight, except I didn't feel well. But, so, like, genuinely, I'm in a pretty dark place. And so I've got to be doing stuff that will allow me to make that money. Am I right, bruh? Because I pay my brother in rent, so.
You do.
Yep, so anyway. Maul said, it saddens me not being able to represent the Order of the Raven Lord himself. Unfortunately, the For Honor world won't allow such a legendary crossover. The combo between us, Maul, like Lark said, would be too great. We would be too powerful. We will find a way, though. Yeah, I play Warhammer. I love how Ubisoft says...
Not the tabletop.
Not the tabletop game, video games. Yo, an unexpected but welcome surprise with Raven streaming Thursday, or am I stupid? It was unexpected. I didn't even plan to do it, but I realized that I'm not going to have much time to stream this weekend or early next week. The next time I might be able to stream, is genuinely next Thursday. And that's a might, because we've got Bible studies on Thursdays. So genuinely, you would have to wait another week just to see me stream, and I'm like, come on, that's not fair to you guys, and genuinely, I gotta be making some of that money, because like I said, my new video that I just released isn't monetized. YouTube, why you gotta keep kicking me in the butt?
Sometimes it's weird. Like they got on one of my lamentations specifically because they of a music. Like it wasn't even the full music. It was literally like the beat behind the music. I'm like, but it's a riff version of the song. But that didn't matter. Is there any villain remotely similar to Apollyon, or is she too unique that there's rarely anyone that come to her level?
The Major from Helsing is a very similar one.
Yeah, that's probably who I put too. Oh, you should have actually carried through with that. So.
Probably should have, but I'm fighting Temp right now, and he wants to live with the feeling of beating me over and over. See, that's the thing. People in my fan base always say, I want to play Raven Knight solo. I want to fight Raven Knight. And I know why you want to. It's because you want to beat a YouTuber. And I want to say this, for the record. I say this every stream, but I feel like I need to because I want to set the record straight. I am garbage at this game. I am the epitome of trash. I do not deserve to be this popular as a YouTuber, nor do I deserve the reps that I have. People who look at me and say, oh my gosh, dude, your gameplay's trash. I'm like, yeah, and the sky is blue, while we're naming things that are pretty obvious. It's something that I've come to accept at this point. I am garbage, but I am incredibly lucky. So when people say, oh dude, I wanna fight you, I'm like, yeah, so you can beat me. And you will. I guarantee you, if you play this game at all regularly, you will probably beat me. I actually, this is no joke. This is no joke. I swear. I wish I'd been recording. When I was playing Halo Reach, I don't usually play matchmaking in Halo games. Hold on. I don't usually play matchmaking in, like, multiplayer Halo games. I usually don't do that. Hold on. Now, how come I didn't guard break that time?
You captured Zone A.
Damn it. But yeah, like, I was playing Halo Reach matchmaking, like an actual firefight game. And I got 11 kills. Now, that was still pretty garbage tier next to everyone else in the game who was getting like 14 or 15 kills. Oh, one of my team just quit. What a surprise. Like, who was getting 14 or 15 kills. I only got 11. I was like the third up. But that was more than I ever thought that I would ever get in a Halo match. Later, I decided to go play For Honor just to get back into it. Like, okay, I took a long enough break from For Honor. Let's get back into it. Lost 6 out of 6 games. Like, guys, I kid you not, I did better on Halo, a first-person shooter game, of which I am terrible. I am terrible at first-person shooters. But the game that I make content for... like right now, look at my score. I have no kills. I've died twice. Alright. Yep, 3 deaths, no kills. Oh, man. Oh, man. Not going well. Let's see. I gotta think of a new plan here. Hey Raven, did you see the 2 videos Ubi released celebrating 35 years and what they're about? Because in those videos they never mentioned For Honor once in either. Well, yeah, it's because For Honor's not one of their big cash cows.
Alright, well, Bo just asked me to remind you about your epic 4v1 with Bjorn.
Yeah, those are rare, my friend.
But are they not glorious?
I love when they run away, genuinely. Thanks. Yeah, don't fight me on your own. Get a buddy. Partner up, boys. Yep, dead. Thank you. And another one of my team quit. Why? Stop quitting. I never understood that. I do not understand that. By quitting, you don't... Even if you lose a match, you still get XP. You still get shit. Okay, so Temp just sent me a message asking if he was spamming. He says, I suck as Warden. I don't want to be spamming. Dude, are you trying to brag right now? Because you're actually playing Warden incredibly well and have beaten me both times we've encountered each other. And now you're saying, hey, I actually really suck. I hope I'm not... Dude, I don't want to hear it. I do not want to hear it.
You're doing fine.
You're doing fine. Don't brag like, oh, I actually suck and you're losing to me. Yeah, good try, buddy. I'm going to die, but I die with dignity. Die! Here we go. The old man's dead. How am I doing? But 2 teammates quit. It's just me and the Shinobi. Why? Why? Oh, why, game? Why? Why does everyone quit when things aren't going your way? Just play the game. Even when I rage, I play through the rest of the match before I turn off the game. I finish up. Come on.
Your team is breaking.
You're good, Tim. You're good. Don't worry about it.
Dang it!
Fighting extra fun is fun.
Oh well. Some matches end up like that. Legatus Lucius, I gotta know, are you talking to someone specifically or are you just typing? I'm not trying to be douchey. I know you're not trying to be douchey, but it's the way you said it, man. It's like, like after beating me twice as Warden, it's like, I hope I'm not spamming. I'm pretty bad at Warden. I'm going...
It's like, basically, we took it as a humble brag. We know you didn't mean it that way.
We know you didn't mean it that way, but there are lots of cases in like games where you'll have someone say like after they beat you, like, and then I message them saying, "Oh man, good fight," and they go, "Yeah, man, I actually suck as this character." I'm like,
Take the compliment.
like, take the compliment. You don't need to add to it.
Yeah, but no, your Warden gameplay's fine.
Oh well.
Defeat.
Good fight all the same. I gave it my best. It just wasn't enough. 4 kills, 6 deaths. That's actually par for the course for me. I'll take that as a win. So Joestar decides to play a monkey noise. Okay.
Wow.
I can't turn off his mic. You got some kind of reason for doing that, dude? Okay. And now he left. Okay, so he basically made monkey noises at me and then quit the game. Oh, because he's calling me a monkey. Well, first of all, that's racist to all monkeys. I have so much more respect for simians out there than to compare them to me. Because simians at least have some degree of natural intelligence. God bless the simians.
H together strong.
Because when they say return to monkey, that's why. Because the monkey is worth returning to. There is no returning to Raven, okay? There is no reject modernity, return to Raven. There is only reject modernity, return to monkey. So I take that as a compliment. But I also feel that was very racist to the monkey to compare them to the Raven. Do not do that to the monkey. Secondly, Joestar, you were playing Shinobi and doing poorly as him, so you have no room to criticize me. Moving on! Let's go.
I do love it. What the monkey doing?
Like, what the monkey do? Okay, so we've got Aramusha. Oh, man, they've got a lot of heavy hitters. But I don't want to repeat anything. What do you say we go? But I am doing good, though, thankfully. You were doing good. You were doing...
I think he means in general.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you were doing good in general. Yeah, you did fine.
What did you just walk into? Man, we don't even know.
We don't even know what this stream is at this point. Okay. I don't know who to go. We've got 2 samurai, so let's go. Let's get 2 Vikings, and I will go. Let's go Yorm. Got her. Yes, we're going Yorm, and we're up against 2 gladiators, a peacekeeper, and an Obushi.
Brother Lorecath the Loyalist just dropped $20. Hey Raven, it's good to have you streaming. I'm sick with COVID. Oh man, we're sorry.
I'm sorry you have COVID, man. That sucks.
So I'm not really allowed my 11. I'm 9 foot. Ooh, and I feel like dog crap. Thanks for doing.
Hey, if we can make you happy.
Yeah, you can beat COVID though, dude. We've both beaten it. You can knock this one.
Thank you for the money. Get better. Maul says it's the sound Griffin and the rest of the rework heroes make. Well, that explains it. He was playing the rework heroes, so I guess he was a monkey. Simian, in fact.
Anthony Schneck says, to quote the Russian Badger, so basically, I'm monkey.
To quote the Russian Badger, yes, you are monkey. To also quote the Russian Badger, so do Ewoks feel pain? God, I hope so. I love Russian Badger shit. Okay. You know what? I've often said that there are plenty of YouTubers I'd love to recognize me, Shadversity being one of them, but another one I'd love to recognize me is the Russian Badger. I just like... The fact that Vita Neon noticed me. Vita Neon actually noticed me and helped me make a video, so that's probably the highlight of my YouTube career thus far.
I will admit it was funny. I was at work, suddenly I get this text. I was like, dude, you ain't gonna believe this.
Stop beating up my Shugoki brother. I said stop beating up my Shugoki brother.
Oh crap, fell on the rocks. Don't tell Mom.
Don't tell Mom. Please don't tell Mom.
I'll let you hit me. Come on, don't tell Mom.
Dude, that was always something I thought was so funny. When siblings fought each other and one hurt the other. Don't tell Mom, don't tell Mom. What happens if those siblings actually kill the other, like shoot him in the head? Don't tell Mom!
I love that my Internet Explorer, not my Internet Explorer, but my Internet browser just alerted me that you're streaming while I'm watching the comment section on the stream. Like, thanks, man. Says now you know how most of us feel when you respond to one of our comments. Aww.
That is appreciated, brothers. Good parry.
I am so excited for Raven's FNAF book reviews.
I'm not doing them.
Didn't know if that was a thing you just hadn't told me about.
No, I haven't read any of the books, but there's apparently this joke going on that I plan to.
We're doing okay.
You lost.
Alright.
So what happened here was this gladiator just constantly kept canceling out his heavy attacks, trying to bait me, and I think he was just trying to bully me for knocking over the ledge earlier. Oh, hold on, Yorm. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, Shugoki. The cavalry. Oh, A's being taken. I better go to A instead. Y'all have fun. I'm going to go to A.
You lost, so
Here I come to save the A. Oh, that wasn't so hard. He left A. Okay. I'm rhyming a lot right now. I should really stop.
Message to the brother. You are sus and appreciated with your comment reading. I'm sus.
Why is Lark sus?
Because he knows me. And some of them do that, but that's allegedly. Let's not go around accusing him. It's just suspicious. Can't confirm. Just suspicious.
Alright, turn B around. I'm coming. Okay.
Okay, Brother Lordcast, I think you could drop that in, like, we have Eat for Honor channels, and on Discord, you could drop that there and get people to have comment on that there.
Please. Keep hitting me, Glad. Dang it! I thought my revenge would activate eventually because Nobushi and him were beating up on me, but no.
Revenge works when it damn well pleases.
Revenge has no consistency. Sometimes it builds up super fast. Other times you're like, where is it? Where is it? I used to think that Smoke Bomb actually nullified Revenge build because one time I was stuck in a Smoke Bomb and like I got no revenge whatsoever. Like it was not building even though I was being wailed on from 3 different directions. Like, now someone then eventually proved, no, that's actually not what's happening. And I'm like, so what was happening? And they're like, I don't know.
The York Mafia asks, hey Raven, have you ever heard of the hit game Among Us? No, I'm not familiar with it, honestly. No.
I don't really pay much attention to garbage, actually. I usually throw it away and then never think about it again.
You see, throwing away garbage like that is a task that we have to perform. And sometimes, you know, you have to vent, though some people don't like to do that. That, Ethan, I feel like we just did. Revenge left for milk and never came back.
Essentially. And how am I doing? 1 kill! Woohoo! Oh, that is prime Raven fun.
That is prime Yorm right there.
Well, normally I don't do too bad with Yorm, but right now I'm playing against Gladiators, Nobushis, and Peacekeepers. And if you want to know what characters piss me off the most, right now it's Shinobi. Shinobi pisses me off the most, but Gladiator's a close second.
Gladiators always took this off.
Gladiator has pissed me off since they arrived, okay? I do not like Gladiator. Watch my Gladiator analysis, actually.
Hey Raven, will Lark make a Primarch in the future?
Probably not. I mean, I don't...
I got other plans, but I mean, I guess the idea. Lark, did your brother ever play Dragon Age Inquisition or any other? Yes, Raven has played the Dragon Age Inquisition.
Why don't they ask me that?
I think because you were kind of in the middle.
Oh. Well, yeah, I played Dragon Age Inquisition.
Luge Roth donated $2 saying, "Sus us among us, Raven." You have learned well, Luge Roth. We appreciate your contribution, even if it is a little sus. Thank you.
enemy team is breaking.
Greek's title, sorry, I don't speak dead dynasties.
Russia was never a dead dynasty. So.
I mean, like, the Romanovs are gone, but, I mean, actually the dynasty's still alive. It's just
yeah, that's what I mean. It's not dead.
And the Russians still use the Cyrillic alphabet. Hey Raven, what do you think of oversimplified history?
It's fine.
I actually really like it. I show it in my own classroom.
Go ahead, Nobushi. Yeah! Get him, Goki. Get him, Goki.
Because you do the Shidoki Pokey, and then you turn yourself around.
Alright, now let's go finish off that gladiator. Where are you, you coward? You're an A fighting the Aramusha, huh?
You are sus because you sound too much like your other brother. There's only two of us.
There's only two of us. There's only two brothers. I only have one sibling.
And I don't know who's talking. You're also sus because sus is among us. Well, that last one I can't argue.
How can you not know who's talking? I feel like our voices, while similar, are not identical.
I think it's also like our speech patterns are very similar.
Maybe.
Well, we did grow up together, so there you go. Is there any chance you or Raven do a stream of Dragon Age Inquisition?
Sure.
So you know what, yeah, maybe one day I'll do it while you're at work or something.
Or I don't mind doing it. I can always re-download the game.
Yeah.
I mean, you actually have a plan to eventually do a Lark's Lamentation about it, don't you?
Yeah, there's several things we could do with Dragon Age. Like,
I mean, we could talk about the armor. We could talk about the races. I'd love to talk about the religion, slash government of the Quinari.
Yeah, you could also compare like the actual factions, like the Texans or the Elysians to the French, the Teventer Imperium to, I guess the closest equivalent would be the Byzantines. The Ferelden. We have to do some research on what Ferelden. But there's a lot of lore there.
There's a lot we could talk about, no question.
Regulator says, I can tell Raven and Lark apart. That's because you are enlightened, Regulator.
That is because you recognize the power. Alright, one more Dominion, then we do 2 breaches, and then I'm done.
Here's an oversimplification of the second Punic War. Carthage invades Rome. Uno reverse card. I mean...
You're not wrong! You're not
I
wrong.
make that a meme idea. That sounds fun. I have to do that.
I'm gonna move my microphone a little closer so y'all can hear
you
Lark.
betray your ancestors by playing as the Vikings. Funny you should mention.
Funny you should mention, we have Scottish ancestry.
Well, not just Scottish ancestry. Like we're related to the Normans.
Yeah, so we have knight and Nordic blood. So here's the thing: we have descendants who were knights, we have descendants who were Nords, and I study Japanese history and Chinese history and have a minor in the subject, so I have a connection to all factions. And I dated a girl from Japan and China at one point. The Japanese girl lasted way longer than the Chinese girl.
Yes, but you taught the Chinese one how to drive.
Yes, I did teach Leaf how to drive. That was fun.
That was crazy. It's like, come over work, dude. Where the heck were you? I've been trying to reach you. I was teaching a girl how to drive. What?
I was teaching a Chinese girl how to drive.
No, he's
she couldn't see over the dashboard.
Oh, bless her heart, she was short.
She was so small.
Mark sounds further away, or even sounds closer. That is a dead giveaway. I am farther away.
Yeah, I'm moving the microphone a little closer so you can hear him a bit better. You know what? Let's just do it. Let's just go Shinobi. Let's go Toxic. If we're gonna do this.
You're descended from Holden? We're descended from possibly several interesting people.
Yeah, we're descended from a lot of cool people.
But I would like to remind you all, the United States Constitution recognizes no form of nobility, so it's cool to say, but really doesn't mean all that much right now.
Yeah.
Well, if Europe wants to just for some reason put us in charge of something, I'd accept the job.
Now, bear in mind, guys, you might be thinking, oh, God, Raven's playing Shinobi. He's going to be unstoppable. No, I suck even as Shinobi. It's sad. It's so sad.
It's like, I am here to show you that not all Shinobis are OP. I am here to let you see what a Shinobi looks like when they die.
Someone asked me a question earlier. Do I think that Shinobi is too OP, or is he just really strong right now? And my response is this. I think Shinobi is OP because he is a character who has 2 moves that are broken. One is his backflip kick, which he can spam incessantly without draining much stamina. I think, if I remember right, Marco Yolo tested it and said that you could spam it 18 times before you ran out of stamina, which is insane. Secondly, he has the ability to do a back handspring evade after any attack or kick done, and he can even do it if he misses. So let's say that I'm fighting a Shinobi, and the Shinobi does a kick, and I read him so I know he's going to do the kick, so I dodge out of the way of the kick, and I try to punish him for it, he can just back handspring away. So literally, he has the capability to be unpunishable, which is, unfortunately, pretty broken. If you fix those 2 issues, I think he's fine. I think Shinobi could be 100% viable. Because right now, the big problem people have with Shinobi is he's unpunishable. That's the issue they have with him. He cannot be punished for a miss. He cannot be punished for a missed kick. And he can continuously spam those kicks over and over and over again, which pisses people off. Time to Naruto run. Believe it!
I never traced my ancestry to a medieval period, or rather ancient times. By family, I shared connection with the Simones tribe. By land of birth, either the Remy or the Nervy tribe. Oh, Gallic, are we? Interesting. I'm going to have to ask you, History Guy, to stay clear from Rome. You're not allowed to sack it again. We don't need another Brennus running around. Hey, Raven, how have you been enjoying the Halo saga?
Oh, I've been loving... I can't believe I fell for that. I've been enjoying the Halo saga. Halo 1 was a pain in the ass, but I loved the story. Halo 2 was incredible. I loved Halo 2. The Arbiter story was awesome. The ability to dual wield was awesome. I genuinely loved just about everything I saw in Halo 2. It was so much fun. Halo 3, it was about as good as Halo 2. I enjoyed it. We didn't get to see as much of the Arbiter as I would have liked, but it was still enjoyable for me. Haven't gotten to Halo 4. Halo Reach is by far my favorite. Oh, good job, Gladiator. I would have gotten them too, but you know,
you're probably gonna give ass incidents. How many girlfriends have you had?
How many girlfriends have I had? Okay, so
let's see. I'll try and count the ones I've met. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I remember 5.
So let me see. I'm gonna think for a second. Well, actually, let me deal with this warmonger first. No, hold on. I know you hate shinobis by default, but I'm not all shinobis, please! Dang it! Gladiator got him for me, though.
Oh, you got the assist for that, though.
Young Weaver said sorry. Anyway. How am I doing? 3 kills. Only most of them assists, I'm sure. Anyway, back to the point. Okay, so first was a girl named Maggie. She wasn't really a girlfriend, though. I took her to the ROTC banquet. And she was the most beautiful girl in school. Like, she was the most beautiful senior, I genuinely believe. She was valedictorian. She was, no, she wasn't valed. She was student body president, I believe. Whatever the case, she was gorgeous, very popular, very beautiful. She sat next to me in my English class, and I didn't think she'd say yes. I genuinely didn't, but I was out of options, and there were only a few weeks left until the ROTC banquet, so I was like, would you be willing to go with me? And she said, sure, what do I wear? And I was like, wait, really? And she said, well, yeah, I've helped set it up every year, but I've never actually been. I'd like to go. And I was the envy of every cadet at the banquet, because they're like, what? You got Maggie? How'd you do that?
It was like one of those things from like the Emperor's New Groove. Yeah, by all accounts, it doesn't make any sense. But she was fairly sweet. You had the other groups were in college because when you were in the tech, when you were at tech, you.
I dated this one girl from India who cheated on me.
You had the one, and then there was the one that was American that also cheated on you.
Yeah, she didn't come until later. Then I dated a girl from Korea. She was a wonderful girl.
She lasted the longest.
She lasted the longest easily. I took her home for Thanksgiving. She was very sweet, very friendly, but then she had to go back to Korea. And she got a little clingy, I think. I couldn't be there for her the way she needed me to because of the time difference. And I broke it off with her because I just couldn't be there as often as we both would have liked me to be. And that was no fault of hers or mine, but I feel like she felt like I hurt her, and so we kind of just grew distant. After her came a girl from America, and she was crazy. Like, she lied about me openly on social media when I disagreed with her about something, and even though she didn't use my name, she knew that I'd see it and wanted me to see all the people who agreed with her on the issue.
Well, she was also a heretic, so
yeah,
we figured that out too late.
Yeah. But, then you,
That piece was just confused as to what just happened. Why? There's no other person around. Why would you use that?
Because the more damage she can do to me, the more health she can give.
You captured Zone A.
Almost had her. Anyway, so then after her came the other girl who cheated on me. I dated her 3 times, and then she stopped hanging out with me a lot, and I kept trying to contact her, and she wouldn't answer me. So finally one day she just told me, yeah, I'm seeing someone else. And I was like, oh, how long has this been going on? For a while. Oh, well, screw you. And then and then I went off to college, and then I dated the girl from China, who I mentioned before. She was very nice, very sweet. And I don't even want to call it a romantic relationship. It was more of just we were doing things together. We just met her in the nicest way. You remember, bro. You were there. We were both in college at the time. Hold on.
You captured Zone B.
Oh, how's that feel, Raider? How's that feel, Raider? All those times you ganked me. Anyway, point is, we were, oh, crap. I'll tell you all in a minute. I'm about to get ganked hardcore. Oh, wait, no, I'm not. How did she not fall over the ledge? Ah, that's infuriating. Anyway, okay, back to what I was saying. So, we met. Me and my brother were shopping at a Walmart, and you got to understand, at our college they have these buses, these trams that go between the college dorms and Walmart, but they run every 45 minutes to an hour. It was raining really hard, so me and my brother were leaving the Walmart to go to our car, and we see her and her friend. Again, she's from China, so she doesn't have a car here, and they're just waiting outside in the rain. And I asked Lark, I said, do you think that they have a ride home? And he said, probably not. They probably don't have a ride home.
Yeah, I was just like, yep, they don't have a ride home. They have to wait. That's just what they're used to. And so I'm just start walking off of the car, and then he grabs my shoulder and says, we need to offer them a ride. I was like, what?
Yeah, and I walked over to him and I said, you guys need a ride back to the college? I know that y'all both live on campus.
And I want to emphasize, Raven's tall. He's 6'4". These girls are really short. Like, one of them I think was barely 5 feet. And so this giant in a leather jacket just waddles on up and just...
I wasn't waddling.
It's funnier to me if I pronounce it this way, even if it's true or not. But anyway, and so he just goes up like, do you guys need a ride home? And just so, like, this American giant just comes up out of the ether and just offers them a ride. It was hilarious.
Warmonger, you shouldn't have fed my revenge.
Your team rallied.
So we dated. So I took her. So me and Lark took her home, and I told her, hey, if you ever need another trip to the Walmart, we'll give you a ride. Well, she ended up getting my number, and she would occasionally ask me for rides to the Walmart to go shopping. Man, she would reward me by, buying me food every now and again or cooking for me. And I also ended up helping her with her schooling. Like, I would help tutor her or help her with her tests or with her studying.
Predominantly tutored her in history.
Mostly it was American history, but occasionally it was English too, I believe.
Let me tell you about the history of the greatest country on this earth. But, by the way, Demetrio Vasquez just dropped $10 saying, hey guys, how it is? How is it? It is going great. Thank you for popping in, and thank you for your donation, dude.
Thank you for the donation, Demetrio Vasquez. I really appreciate it. Sorry. Well, you shouldn't be sorry. You fought well. Anyway,
The enemy rallied. Enemy team is breaking. You captured Zone A.
run away! Anyway, as I was saying, but then she ended up going back to China. So we spent one more night together. She made me hot pot. We had a good long talk, and we hugged, and then she went back to China. Then after her came a girl from Japan who I dated a little bit longer. It was a lot more. It wasn't as much about us just doing things. We had some
Your team rallied.
fun together. Nothing inappropriate. Nothing that would condemn me from going to church. But it was more intimate, I believe. Anyway, we dated for about maybe a year and a half, something like that.
You dated for like 2 semesters, so just like shy of a year.
Just shy of a year. And then I ended up leaving college, and she went back to Japan, and we still keep in contact, but not
Leaving college is an odd way of saying you graduated.
Well, yeah. But anyway, those were all the girls that I can think of off the top of my head that I have dated.
Yep.
Has anyone even mentioned this, or are they just all talking about it?
Well, a person just said, these are actually pretty interesting stories.
Oh, yeah. Me and my brother have led very interesting lives.
Brother Lorecast says, deep southern accent, God bless America.
Well, the funny thing is, the more I got to know about these girls, the more I came to love Asian culture, and that really resonated with me. Anyway, on to Breach.
It was interesting because you taught her about our history. She taught you a bit about theirs.
Yes, that is very true.
It was a legitimate cultural exchange.
Yeah, and that was the point, you know? All right, let's get done with 2 Breach matches. And then that'll be it. And then we'll eat. Because I'm quite a hungry boy.
Good job.
Kimtron, 9,000. Interesting.
Hey Raven, what should I avoid while writing a Primarch? Major events, factions, or characters?
What to avoid when writing a Primarch? Don't make them OP. Don't try to make them the strongest ever. Give them flaws. And try to keep them within the context of the lore that would exist in the 31st millennium.
Okay, that history guy asks, any tips for playing Nusha?
Nusha. Okay, here's the best thing about playing Nusha. She sucks. Like, Nusha... No, I'm not kidding. Nusha is easily the weakest tier character, and no one can convince me otherwise. No, sincerely, I mean this. Nusha's whole thing... People used to hate Nusha because of her trap attack. It defeats the purpose of the game. The game teaches you to block enemies, but she actually works against that. Oh, it's so awful. I can't say Nusha. Well, now every character has a dodge attack, or a dodge, bash. So, anyway, if I'm going up against a Nusha, why would I even say, oh, I better block? Because I'm just gonna dodge her! Because her trap attack doesn't work against the dodge. So, literally, her trap attack is almost meaningless. But that does give you one easy hit. Instead of doing your trap attack, start your heavy, then cancel the heavy and guard break. Why? Because odds are pretty good. They're going, Nusha gonna try to trap me. I'm a dodge. Guard break him. Because then his dodge worked against him and you can get him with a free heavy. Now here's another trick that I'll give you. When you get them in the guard break, this is something that works from time to time. I kid you not. Do your zone attack after you guard break them. Don't do a heavy. Do a zone attack. Because they can't dodge away from the zone attack. They can't dodge it. So they're going to try to guard it. So do the feint. Do your zone trap attack. And you will most likely get them. So that is my advice for Nusha.
Very good. I just want to read Zachary Johnson's comment because he basically described you meeting one of your girlfriends. Hey, I need some help with my homework. 6'4" Raven waddles along with a thick Southern accent. Let me tell you about my freedom. Yes,
that is actually more or less accurate.
That is 100% accurate, and I want Hannah to draw that scenario happening.
Pay her.
Where's my check?
Shugoki, you fat bastard! Why are you so chunky? No!
Okay.
Stop it! Stop it, Goki! No! 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 Bad go! Dang it! Bad fat man!
Okay. Raven, would you date a female version of yourself? Same question for you, Lark.
Would I date a female version of myself? Probably. As long as I know it's not just me gender bent, like...
It's like, if someone, like, the same personality-wise? Yeah, sure.
Like, if you mean that they're exactly like me in terms of personality, yeah, probably. I would enjoy that, but,
If they were, like, literally just, like, genetically the exact...
But if they are just literally a female clone of me, no, that'd be a little
That's kind of... That's a little odd. Like, I think that goes into the Alabama territory there for a moment.
Well, I don't even know if it's that. It's just more of... I don't know how to feel about that. It's kind of like, oh, would you stop it, Warlord?
Hey Raven, what led you to choose Asian culture specifically as your focus in college? What was your major inspiration?
Okay, so a lot of it was the girls I dated. Like I said, I met Leaf right out of college. She's the girl from China. And she got me very fascinated. I was always kind of interested in it. I always thought the samurai were really cool in Japan. And I always really loved the movie Mulan. It was one of my favorite Disney movies. So I always kind of had this fascination with Asia. And I kind of wanted to, I kind of wanted to know more about it. But I didn't know much because, unfortunately, the public school system doesn't teach you a whole lot about it.
It really doesn't. Not because we don't want to, because the state standards hate us.
Right, but I wanted to know more. And because of that, I always thought that Asia was just so different. I was kind of like, I want to know more about this. The only thing I knew about Asia really for sure was what I learned in World War II lessons about how they attacked Pearl Harbor and we bombed them. That was all I really knew. So I was kind of like, there's so much more that I want to know. And so meeting a girl from Korea, from China, from these other countries, I was like, y'all are so much more fascinating than anything else I could have read in a book. And I wanted to ask them questions. I was like, what is it like living in Korea? Like, how is it different from here? Like, how is your food different? How is your daily life different? How is the government different?
Yeah,
like, stuff like that. And I think I annoyed the heck out of him because the remote relief was like, I don't know.
Well, it's also interesting because, like, when you, you met other foreign exchange students, too, like, our buddy Yuto. We talked a good bit and got his opinion. And also, it did, like, one of you also took a class. I think you originally took it as a elective, but with one of Dr. Palmer's classes, and that sort of like you didn't have a chance after that because he just makes it too interesting.
Dr. Palmer was one of my professors in college. He's lived in Korea for a long time. He's white, so you wouldn't know that he's an Asian studies professor, but he's lived in Korea for years, so he's fluent in the language, and his wife is from Korea. And so he taught a Korean history class, and I fell in love with his class. I fell in love with it.
Also, he is the snarkiest professor.
He's one of the funniest people. True story, in his final exam for his class, he gave us all a chance for extra credit. He said, if you can answer this question correctly, I will give you 25% on your exam. And the question was, I kid you not, the question was, how many push-ups did Dr. Palmer do this morning? And I, like an absolute Chad, replied, all of them. I just said, he did all of them. And he told me the next semester when I came back to college, because I didn't have his class again next year, but I got to see him next year, and he said, you were the only one to get it right.
Yes. I remember that I took one of his classes and I brought that up and he said, he's still right.
He's still right. I loved Dr. Palmer. He and Professor Green were two of the best teachers I had in terms of Asian history. But the best professor I ever had, period, was Dr. Hamelman. Oh, he was the best. If y'all want to know why I have such an appreciation for literature and English, Dr. Hamelman put it into me. He really opened my eyes to the power of literature and the different ways you can read it. Oh my gosh, I would not be the writer or the intellectual I am if I had not had his class. I was so blessed to have him. He was a man who taught me like so much. And not only that, he taught me to respect the value of responsibility. Like, for example, there was a day I really felt kind of sick, but he had this rule that if you miss class, there is no such thing as a sick day. You miss, you know? And if you miss 3 classes, you're out. You're done. So I came to him early in his office and I said, Dr. Hamelman, I really do feel really bad. I don't think it's a good idea for me to come. Will I be okay? And he said, well, that depends on a lot. And I said, what's that? He said, well, we're going to be talking about a lot of important stuff today. So I don't want you to think about this in terms of demerits. I don't want you to think about this in terms of, oh, if I miss 3 days, I'm out. I want you to think about, can you afford to miss what we're talking about? This isn't about getting kicked out of class. This is about, can you afford to miss what we talk about? Because what we talk about today will be really important. You will learn a lot from today's class. And I thought, what are we talking about? And I was like, no, you're right. I better come. And I went and I made it through the class. And he was right. I learned a lot that day. But it was because I chose to go. Not because I was worried about, oh no, I'll get kicked out of class if I miss. No. It was because I wanted to learn. And he made me realize that's the value of education. It's not about attendance. It's about if you don't show up, you may miss things that are crucial. So yeah, genuinely, one of the best teachers and one of the best classes I ever had. I was absolutely blessed to have it. I still kept in contact with him for a little while after college. Now, I think he's still teaching there. We disagreed on a few things, but we always had such fascinating discussions. He was one of the few men that genuinely I could have an honest debate with, and just, he would really take me to town. Like, he would never, ever disrespect my integrity. He was the kind of guy who was like, no, I'm not going to disrespect you, even if we disagree. I want to hear you defend your points. I don't want you to prove me wrong or prove me right. I want you to defend your points. And if you can defend them well, that's all that matters. Oh, I owe so much to that man. Sorry, I gushed a little. Dr. Hamilman, if you're watching this, I simp a little. Okay?
And Dr. Hamlin's just going, pathetic.
Pathetic. He always told us not to be ass kissers, and I'm like, I'm trying not to be. I'm no longer in your class, so I don't know if it's really ass kissing or if it's just recognizing the value.
We're just writing a great review, that's all.
Right. An excellent review.
It's like 10 out of 10 would take a class.
I would recommend him to anyone interested in literature. He was a hard man. His work was always difficult. Because he would make you read books in, like, the period of a week. Like, really long books, too. Like, he made us read Fahrenheit 451 in, like, just 3 days. Which was really difficult. But he required it because we would have to have a discussion about it next class. Oh, man. Okay, so what's chat doing now?
Alright, history guy asked what college did you study at?
I went to Anderson University first here in South Carolina. Then I left that and went to go get my core curriculum done at Midlands Technical College. And then after that, I finished up at Coastal Carolina University and then got my master's degree there. So I've been to 3 different colleges. And none were as good as Coastal.
I hope after I finish my service and I get into uni, I'll have amazing teachers. It depends, because here's the thing. We talk about a lot of our good teachers. We had some bad ones, too.
Oh, we had some awful teachers. We've had some very terrible teachers.
It depends. It also depends on how you kind of work with the teacher, because there's this one professor everybody at the college despised. I loved him, though, but because I was willing to work with him in ways that the others weren't. And also didn't help that I, like, really didn't have to take his class so much. I was able to cruise through it. Just
yeah.
But it was fun.
Indeed.
We haven't looked into, like, we'd have to go through a lot of the lore in Dragon Age to answer that question.
What was the question?
It's the question about the blackening of the Golden City, since we brought up Dragon Age.
Oh, yeah,
it's been a while since we touched any of the Dragon Age games, so we'd have to look back. I mean, I think there's several theories you could go with, like, was the creator ever there? Like, did human presence actually is that what actually corrupted it? Was there always a degree of corruption there? There's a lot of questions around.
Who to go?
Cool. After infantry in the Marine Corps, I want to be a college professor teaching ancient African and desert dynasties like the Saba, Nabatea, and... Hey, man, go for it.
Go for it. We could use more of those.
Yeah, no,
I actually met a woman who was a professor of African history and culture, and she was a very fascinating woman. And I told her about my experience with Asian history and culture, and we had a good back and forth about the value of understanding these cultures.
Yeah, but particularly if you can focus on the Nabateans, that would be awesome because they have some fascinating history.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Definitely.
I actually heard an interesting theory about them, but I'm not sure I should share it.
Let's not share it here. Anyway,
have you ever been hunting or fishing before?
Yes, plenty.
We grew up fishing more than hunting. I have more of an interest in hunting than Raven. I believe this is because if Raven had an interest in hunting, he would have to be nerfed in other ways. Because he's legit, like, I kid you not, like, I was always the one that was like, I want to go out hunting. My father really wasn't as interested in it, but I would go out and we'd shoot skeet, and, like, out of 30 skeet, I might get 5. First time we drag Raven out, no interest in shotgun shoot. He's like, okay, I'll do it. 25 out of 30 skeet, he just blasted out of the air. And everyone is just, and we realized, all right, he got granddad's genes because our grandfather was a rifle instructor in the Marine Corps.
Yeah, apparently, even though I love medieval history and culture, I have a gift with a gun. Actually, a kind of a deadeye. Which, I'm not saying that to brag, I'm just saying I didn't expect it in myself.
It's just like, I've been to several dove shoots, and I've gotten a few, Whereas this man just, like, first time holding a shotgun, just blasts everything. Beautiful. But, yeah. Mainly I do mostly, like, small game hunting, but fishing is primarily where I do so more just because it's easier to set up. Alright, well, we've never really tangled with a Dragon Age multiplayer, but I'm not going to rule it out.
I never heard of Dragon Age multiplayer.
Aliens is my... Yeah, like, you can bring other people's inquisitors in. Aliens is my theory. I mean, the engineering feats in Petra are incredible. Even Rome couldn't build one. Oh, you still Raven. So anyway, I started last.
Literally.
How would you feel about a reverse For Honor and Glory? For Honor characters enter the Imperium.
They would be killed within minutes.
We're gonna get the Unitorum to give them some proper, like, ceramite armor and send them in. The orcs would be so happy. They just see them charging. This is the best day of my life.
I'm sorry. Well, the reason I did For Honor and Glory the way I did it, people have asked me why would I combine these two, because I genuinely thought it would be creative. What happens when you take a force of absolute lunacy and evil, like the orcs, and pit them against ancient historical warriors like the ones presented in For Honor? I thought it would be such an interesting matchup, but I didn't know any way to do it without breaking For Honor's world. But then I thought to myself, in Warhammer 40k, there are such things as feral orcs that end up on feral human worlds like the For Honor world. So all we need to do is have a way for the orcs to get there and ensure that they become feral. And now we have.
Hey Raven, have you ever played the non-play game? He hasn't, I have.
And I've been told not to bother.
Well, it's still going through some development. I tell you not to bother just because, like, it's not controller supported, and I know you don't like playing with a keypad. So, not that you wouldn't like the concept of it, it's just I know the controls would frustrate you. Okay. Static Ethan says, I've seen you did a video on some unknown things about yourself, Raven. That bunk bed story. I think you were asleep and knocked yourself out after the fall. I would agree with you, but I was actually there, and I remember waking up to hear Mom and Dad screaming, and we just sort of, like, it's not like a knockout thing, we just sort of, like, stirred him a little bit, and he just kind of, like, well, what's going on? Like, no pain in his head, no nothing, he just hit the floor, didn't bother waking up.
I said, I'm down here, I might as well
You don't, Raven is a very heavy sleeper. Like, throughout college, his alarm would wake me up in the other room, and I would go in and just, like, smash his alarm and just go, wake up, you moron.
Yeah, I did not like to get up.
You've gotten better about it now. But
I've gotten about, my body has learned to wake up when I need to. There are times I'll actually beat my alarm up.
Warband is controller supported hardy, but it's being the most liberal definition of supported. Yes, it exists, but I don't think it's that great on the controller. It's clearly not designed for it. Hey Raven, how do you feel about writers with different writing styles and views on characters?
Oh, I respect them. Everyone has a different way of writing than mine. Like, there's no one right way to do writing. You know, there's no one objectively correct way to design character. You can do it any way you want, but there are objective rules that you can... Like, for example, even though I think Rey is a horribly written character from Star Wars, it still is a legitimate way to write a character. I just think it's a bad one. Everyone can write characters the way they want to and the way they see fit. That's the beauty of the objective way you want to create a story. But just don't be surprised when someone says, yeah, this is kind of crap. So I don't mind hearing other people's ways of writing. Like, I've listened to other people say, like, I had a friend who, we got into an argument about how to write character and how to write story, and I respect their opinion. I'm like, I respect the way you do it. I just see the flaws in it. I see ways that it should be used poorly.
Yeah, Raven or Lark, did the Conqueror use the Witch King's blade?
Sure, I guess.
I guess like a version of it, not the actual thing, it's too heavy.
Yeah, the actual thing is massive.
Jaguar Warrior says, alarm goes off, Lark smashes Raven's face in morning! Well, problem is,
I would have like go and turn off the alarm and wake him up so he could go to class. Then I would go back to sleep because, but my final year of undergrad, like my final semester, I only had classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I had off. Oh, it was beautiful. It was glorious. Hold up, I just thought of something. If orcs think red things go faster, wouldn't orcs riding in red learn faster? There's actually a webcomic.
There's a comic about that.
Look it up after the stream. You won't be disappointed. Hey Raven, have you heard of this small YouTuber named Marcus Vance? He does similar content to yours and other community of the sword community. Oh, no, we haven't heard of him.
I have not heard of Marcus Vance.
We may give him a look at him.
Most people who tell me about other YouTubers who are similar to me only do so to tell me how much better they are.
Well, he says he's small, so he might just be starting out.
Yeah, he might just be starting out, but I haven't heard of him. I'll look into it.
Zachary Johnson, I'm also a heavy sleeper. We had this roller clothes hanger. It had metal frames on the bottom to put shoes on. I fell on the frame rolling off my bed in my sleep. Very confusing morning. Just wait a minute. Where did this gash come from?
Let's rip you apart.
In a loving, caring sort of way.
Alright, I'll pick you up now.
Halo 2 was an emotional roller coaster. Fun one, though.
Halo Reach was an emotional roller coaster, okay? Genuinely, Halo Reach kind of hit me in the feels.
You're watching tragedy play out before your eyes. And
keep in mind, I knew nothing about the Halo lore when I first played Reach. I knew nothing about its lore. All I really knew was that, oh yeah, there's an alien enemy, and you got Spartans who are super soldiers who fight them, and you are a Spartan, and you're going to fight them and defend this planet called Reach that has a lot of humans on it. I didn't know that Reach would fall. I didn't know the story. I didn't know what happened. I was like, man, this is kind of dark. And then in the last mission where the objective is survive, I'm like, oh god.
I may have been a bit of a jerk about it because I already knew everything and I played it first. And so it was just like, so this is going to have a happy ending. You're like, man, you're going to love the ending. It's going to be great.
Oh, yeah, you totally trolled me. You were like, oh man, don't worry, keep playing. You're going to love the ending. And then when it ended with him dying, I'm like, no!
And I was like, but you like the ending, though.
I loved the ending, but it was so sad. I was like, no, my Spartan baby died. My Spartan got killed.
Raven, though I love Arabian history, I'm very ignorant. Is it true that Arabia advanced because of them taking over Roman lands in North Africa and recording their knowledge and culture?
Okay, so it's not just the Arabics. It was a lot of the Muslim empire.
Well, at the time, it was just one Muslim continuous empire.
Right, but you got to recognize the reason the Muslim empire, which took Arabia,
I believe they called the Abbasid Caliphate at the time.
Anyway, the point is they grew powerful because as they expanded and they converted other lands to their size, they adopted their principles, their schooling, their lessons, their language, their medicine, their weapons, their military, their government. They adopted all these things and repurposed them for themselves. And because the Muslim caliphate at that time was very much all about the collective, very much like communism, they kind of took it like, this is a Muslim thing. This is something that we have. We're all Muslims, so this is all our kind of thing. So it kind of worked out that way. So it was very much about, we're going to conquer most of the Middle Eastern and North African world, and we're going to kind of amalgamate everything good about them into ourselves so that we become one great all-purpose nation.
Well, the thing is, when Arabic conquest first went out, they knocked out the Sassanids and a good chunk of Eastern Rome, and they basically... They caught the Byzantines and the Sassanids right after they had just fought like this massive war, and so both were weakened, and so they really were able to take great advantage of that. And then basically all the wealth and knowledge that they had stored up over time, they're just like, hey, this is good stuff. Mind if we use it? And so they actually did a pretty good job of actually translating and recording a lot of the ancient works there into Arabic and preserving them.
So basically, forget everything I just said.
No, you were right. I was just adding on.
Oh.
But you were right. Raven Lark, my brain is so dumb, I just hear someone mention Halo Reach and I think they put Master Chief on the soda. I'm right there with you, person. I feel you. But yes, George's death was tragic.
George's death, I was like, no. You want to know the one that kind of hit me hard was Kat's death. Because at least with all the others, they chose it. Kat didn't even see it coming. She gets sniped from behind by a jackal, and I'm like, no, Kat! I was like, and I was so sad because she was fun. She's the only female Spartan I had ever seen at that point. So I was like, why Kat? She was awesome. She was funny. She was peppy. She was one of the first female characters I'd seen in a video game that I was kind of like, oh yeah, she's not just a damsel in distress, and she's not just a Mary Sue. She's kind of fun. So I was like, oh, I didn't want her to die, but she did. The only one who didn't die, I think, was June, and that was because he escaped with Dr. Hollow.
Hey Raven, second me on this, please. Every school and history class I've seen has kind of focused way more on World War II than World War I. It's kind of sad.
You're not wrong about that, and part of that's because of the ramifications of World War II. World War I, genuinely, it changed the world, but not in the way you probably would think. World War II changed the face of the world when nuclear war was created.
That, and also, it's kind of set things up for the 20th century, so...
Yeah.
I mean, the World War I did too, and as a teacher, I can tell you another reason why this is. The kids do not care about anything other than World War II. I taught world history last year, the entirety of world history. The most commonly asked question, other than can I go to the bathroom, was, when World War II? I kid you not, I was in the middle of teaching the Second Punic War, and they just, hand shut up. Were there any tanks involved? I'm like, what? No, why would there be tanks? Like, well, this isn't World War II? Like, we're in Rome.
Like, yeah, we're in Roman history. Point is, World War II is far more interesting to them. Also, World War II has a lot of... World War II, honestly, isn't quite as confusing. You got a lot of different sides and armies and nations involved in World War I, and it's hard to remember and memorize all the different alliances.
In World
with World War II, it's very simplistic. You got three big bad guys and everyone else fighting them.
No, you have two big bad guys, Italy's still trying to figure out what it's doing, and then the people that Germany has sort of shanghaied into working with.
Colonel Hogan, may I remind you that the Italians are our allies? Don't tell me, tell them. God, I love
Italy's
Hogan.
favorite tactic in world wars, switching sides.
Italy. Hey guys, I have an idea. Italy has left the game.
Pretty much. World War II in ancient Rome. Actually, I don't know if you guys have heard of this. There's a YouTube channel called the Templin Institute, and before they announced what the next Battlefield game was, one of the ideas he recommended, he said they probably won't do this, but here would be a cool idea. What if they did like the ancient empires never fell and they fully regressed, and like you have... Oh, come on!
Come on, we're
close.
so close. You know what? One Dominion map to get Berserker up there. One Dominion match to get Berserker up there, and then I'm done. Because Berserker's so dang close.
And holy smokes!
What?
Brother Warcraft just dropped $100.
What?
Said, hey Raven, 2 questions for you. Will we get a Naja Primarch video going into her lore? And B, what do you think of the Fate anime franchise? I know a lot of it takes creative liberties to make characters the way they are, but even as a historian, I love it. First of all, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. I was a little speechless there.
Knee.
Thank you for the $100. That means so much. And now, because you just sent me that, I feel kind of obligated to make a Naja video.
You have to.
Yeah, now I have to. So yes, you paid for it. You have now sponsored this video, so I will make it. Just don't ask me when. I got to plan it out. But secondly, my thoughts on the Fate series. Okay, so genuinely, here's my thought. My opinion on the Fate series is about the same as my opinion on the Final Fantasy series. Wow, that looks cool. I wish I knew what the hell was happening.
Well, the thing is, like, I have tried on like 3 separate occasions to watch the Fate series, and I've given up like 3 episodes in because I just go, what?
Genuinely, here's the thing. I never know which Fate stay what series I'm looking at, because there are like a ton of different series, and I don't know if they're all connected or if they're all their own stories.
They turned Nero into a waifu, and that seems incredibly heretical to me.
Nero was a... Why would you make Nero... You know, that was actually the thing I've heard. Become so famous and awesome that Japan makes a little girl out of you in an anime. Wasn't there like a legit guy on his deathbed or something? They told him that a Japanese anime had repurposed him into a chick, and his question was, am I...
Or the tits. And like, this man's priorities are in order.
See, that's what I would ask if I'm dying. Like I'm an old man, and I'm just sitting there, And someone says, you should know, Raven, you did so much in your life that Japanese anime is actually making a anime character out of you. Oh, really? Yeah, and it is a girl. Are the boobs big?
Yes.
Very, sir.
Good.
Good. May I see the image? And then they show me, and I'm like,
Nice.
very good.
On the tombstone. Nice.
On my tombstone. Nice.
The law requires that I say nice.
Nice.
Whew.
Oh man, but yes, I will make a Naja video now. Like that's a certainty. You can't just drop $100 and expect me to say no to that. Like, here's $100. Would you make a Naja Primark video?
Yes.
Yes.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, that's a great way to get me to do a video, guys. Drop $100 on the project. Hey man, we really want you to do a video on Among Us. Nah, not really. Here's $100. I will consider.
I am venting, my friends.
I actually can't stand Among Us. I don't want to play it.
I will play it in your place.
It's cringe. It's a lot of cringe. If even Russian Badger can do an awesome video on it and then later call it trash, like, come on.
Oh, and again, he did like how long was he on Rainbow?
Gosh, Russian Badger used to be the patron saint of Rainbow Six Siege.
You lost.
Here's a question. What's the worst teacher you ever had?
The worst teacher I ever had. Now that's a question.
Correct.
Lost Zone C.
Miss Livingston definitely makes the list. No, it was definitely that one professor I had at Coastal. She wasn't necessarily a gender studies professor, but boy, she acted like one.
Yeah.
She was some kind of communications professor, and basically all of her classes were basically the same. Feel guilty for being white, male, and straight. And every class, I was the only student who dared to say, how about no, and how about you explain to me why? And she never
You
could.
captured Zone C.
Where are you going? Where are you going, Shaolin? Where are you going, Shaolin?
He's off to the monastery.
Bye. Raider over here like, nope, bye.
No.
Ah, the light, Harry.
Also doesn't help the Berserker. I think she has the slowest lights in the game.
She just might. Ah! I always fall for that, like, genuinely. I always fall for that because I forget that Shaolin's key dodge heavy is undodgeable, so I always forget that. But it's all good. It's all good. This is my last match of the night because I just want to get Berserker up to the next rep. She is literally inches away. Wait, did we lose a player? No, we gained a player, and it's a Griffin. That might help. That might help.
Is Carl Franz riding it?
No.
Then I don't care.
Can you explain that without using the phrase Beetle the Bard?
I cannot.
Then please stop talking.
What's your opinion on CBR as a whole?
You captured Zone C.
Cringe. Oh, PK! You shouldn't have did that. You shouldn't have did that.
I like your armor.
Oh, it's a nice one.
This guy, I'm still in high school and that I'm very patriotic. My usual outfit is Marine Corps hat, black rifle copy, company t-shirt, tight joggers. There was a protest at my school and I feared for my life. Ooh, you gotta be careful. Sometimes you gotta do civilian camouflage there, history guy.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
Oh, baby.
Looks like he's been disarmed!
I get it!
Shut up, Nappa.
What's your Zerk's lore? Oh,
You gotta wait for the Legends video. I can't tell you that. The Legends video will explain that, so just wait for the Legends video. Alright, it's time for some payback.
Hey Raven, what's your favorite last words from Halo Reach that like the most emotional for you? Mine is I'm ready, how about you?
That is one. Another one would be make it count. Because you know that you can't.
There's two for me. My favorite is probably Carter's. like you know, just like before he like careens right into that scarab, and then of course I believe June's, which was dying is gay, I'm out.
June's dying is gay, I'm out. But that was one. What's another good one? I don't know. There are a lot of really good lines, but I really loved George's last line where he just goes, "Make it count."
Tell him to make it count
because you just know.
And just seeing that super carrier go up was beautiful. After I scrounge up the money, I'm dropping $100 in the chat to hear Raven's top 15 for honor puns and ironies.
Oh.
We might do a puns for free.
I might do that for free. That sounds like a lot of fun to me.
I mean, we did do a video where it's just like each one described in one sentence.
Yeah, and a lot of people said that was cringe, and to be fair, it kind of was. But
and I'm just like you fools calling it cringe only fuels. For honor community.
Get over yourself.
For honor community, Shaolin needs a rework me while I play Shaolin BFG Division playing in the back.
Oh crap! He's the one going wow. Well, come on, dude, get over it.
Oh, look, the Centurion's opening present.
Oh, the Centurion's opening his...
Oh, no,
that's a Griffin. That's a Griffin.
I'm a moron.
No, I thought it was a Centurion for a minute, too.
Hey, Raven, Badger made a Halo Reach video. Thoughts on that cringe? I didn't think it was cringe.
I didn't think it was cringe.
I liked it. I liked it.
I liked that video. It was funny. I don't really play a lot of multiplayer games, but I think Badger himself is very funny. That's all I needed. Thank you.
Emil is a good edgy character. He's quite humorous too. I kind of wish they gave him more lines. I like him. Oh, yeah. I was just like, don't cut yourself, man.
Emil just didn't show up as much as I would have liked him.
Yeah. Raven Lark, top 3 favorite loyalist Primarchs.
Okay. Corvus Corax, because Raven, obviously. Lehman Russ is awesome, but not. He probably doesn't. Vulcan definitely makes it up there. I love my boy Vulcan. I wouldn't do that execution, dude. I wouldn't do that.
Oh my gosh, he got away with it.
Oh, he got away with it? How did you get away with it with that gank going on? That's crazy. Anyway, back to the point. So it would be Vulcan, Corvus Corax, Lionel Johnson's pretty... Oh, okay, well, Naja would obviously be up there, but I know y'all won't count Naja.
I think they want canon.
Right, canon. Okay, so Corvus Corax, Vulcan. Jagatai Khan. Jagatai Khan, gotta give it to him.
Jagatai Khan likes to go fast.
Yeah, he does. Jagatai Khan is just such a chad.
Yeah. For me, I'm probably going to go in order. Vulcan, Sanguinius, Dorn. Those are my 3 favorites.
Whoa, dude. Don't even.
Lark, what are the Necrons? The Necrons are a race in Warhammer 40k. They're basically, think a bunch of metal skeletons that you shoot plasma at people and hate life. That's the biggest overview I can give. Oh, small. Ooh, Slanders. Slanders, Raven, will you be making a deep lore video on those 2 random minions that always seem to be dueling on the Forge map?
Ooh, I might just have to, because that is something I've always wondered about. Why are they just there?
There are 2 brothers fighting over the Wi-Fi password, I think. Friends, I am here to give hugs. Come and get yours. Hey Raven, what are your thoughts on Imperial Knights? Honestly, they're very cool, especially the Free Blades.
You really should not have done that. You really should not have done that, Yorm. You really should not have done that.
But should he have done it?
No.
Okay. I wasn't quite sure based on what you were going. Hey Raven, are you going to make a sequel to the For Honor Legends, like say Gaius Varus? I guess are you going to continue any of the stories?
I suppose I could.
Hey, you can make a crossover event with some of them.
That'd be kind of interesting if some of them met each other.
Yeah, like Gaius Varus fights R on the Ashen or something along those lines. That might be fun.
Oh, that'd be a cool kind of fight scene, yeah. I'll think about that. That's something to consider.
You got to duel with them. Omegron. Hey brothers, I'm still loyal. Can I come back now? I don't know. Did you bring a present for everybody while you were gone? I didn't think so. Oh, like the Terminators. Kind of, except that they used to be biological. They made a deal with some space gods.
Pretty much.
They're ancient Egyptian Terminators. Yes, Aaron, that's an accurate assessment. Of course, it's in space. But I'm sorry, it's not in space. It's in space. Maybe like a soundboard.
That's right. Flee from the burning berserker. That's right. You better run.
Oh, he just kind of died.
Yeah, he was burning alive. Yeah, that's what you get for ganking me earlier. That's what you get. That's what you get. Hold on.
You lost Zone A.
All right. One left. One left.
Metal Space Tomb Kings, yes. However, I kind of prefer the Tomb Kings. That's just me.
I prefer the Tomb Kings too.
Because you have Cetra the Imperishable, and Cetra is just, he has too many names to count. He's just so awesome. Really? Really? Fix the hitboxes on those.
That was weird. Oh, it's because he's got stealth. Oh!
Hey, Raven, hello.
Time to rip him apart. You know what? I could actually use it since I'm recording it. I could actually use this for the meme montage.
Yeah, you can use some of that.
It won't be as good quality, but
You can still use it.
I can still use it.
Victory.
Whee! And Berserker should bump up now.
If not, yes, Griffin. Work it.
Yeah, Griffin, you show him. Show that man cleavage. All right. Oh! Top of the board, most kills.
What a way to end it.
What a way to end the night. Am I right, fellas? Okay, that was phenomenal gameplay. That was so much fun. Had a lot of fun. The stream went a lot longer than I expected to. Sorry about that. Well, I'm more sorry about it because I'm hungry. Man, that was great. I work tomorrow night, so I won't be able to talk much. I've got some time in the afternoon to work on my next video, and yes, for those of you who are wondering, the next big project is Berserker's Heroes in History. That's why I'm working.
We just got some footage.
We just got some pretty good footage. I hope y'all are excited about that. I'm really excited about it. Got a lot going on. So anyway, let's quickly go over our questions. Bro, would you mind?
Alright, sure, because we already got a few coming in. Hey Raven, have you played any Paradox games? I answered, he has not.
I have not played any Paradox
I have
games.
they're really not up his alley so much. I played them. I am terrible at them. Like, holy crap, I am terrible. I mean, I love Crusader Kings and Hearts of Iron. I'm awful. Just terrible at them.
Berserker looking kind of fresh.
Yeah, it is. Well, your thoughts on Bleach returning? I mean, it's a great cleaning substance. Just
Oh,
don't
you
drink
mean
it.
it means the anime?
I know, but it's funnier to me this way.
I don't care. I never liked Bleach that much. The anime. I never liked Bleach that much. It never really impressed me. To me, it was always just kind of meh. I know a lot of people like it, so if y'all are Bleach fans and y'all are excited for it coming back, whatever.
I mean, it's got great character designs, but that's kind of the only thing that attracted me to
Well,
it.
my issue with Bleach is this, and no one can answer it. I've asked many of people who love Bleach, and they always say, "Why do you not like it?" I always ask them the same. Again, that face. If you didn't have the chalk on it, she was looking kind of nice. I always ask him, "Tell me, what does Ichigo want to do? What is his ultimate goal?" And he always says, "Oh, he wants to protect his friends." That's not a goal. I mean, what does he want to do when he finishes school? What is his end goal? What is he aiming to accomplish? Is he just the anime police officer? He just shows up when crap goes down to save the day? Okay, that's fine, but that means there's no real purpose to his character. There's no end goal. His story could continue for all eternity, and we'd never know when he finally reached the final point. Part of giving a plot means that there's some kind of goal to be achieved, some kind of thing you're trying to work towards. Even One Punch Man, who you could argue has no goal himself, he does have a goal. He wants to feel something again. Right now, Saitama feels nothing. He feels no joy, no pain, no anger, no struggle. Everything's boring to him. He wants to feel again. He yearns for the chance to feel alive again, and he doesn't know how to do that. So genuinely, that is something a character should have, and I don't think Ichigo has that. I don't think he has a solid goal, something he wants to accomplish.
Now, perhaps he gets one later on in the series, but when you go into episode 100, and his sword stops time mid-fight to lecture him, I'm done.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. You don't need to ask me what Goku, Luffy, or Naruto's goals are, because they make them very clear in the beginning of their stories. Luffy's goal, I want to be king of the pirates. Very clear, very basic. He makes that obvious. Naruto's main goal, I want to be Hokage. Very clear, very basic, to the point, makes it obvious. Goku, I want to be the strongest warrior. Very clear, very basic, and he displays that throughout his story. Ichigo, what do you want to do? I don't even know. Like, literally, in the first episode, I remember this. I remember this clearly in Bleach. First episode, he helps this ghost girl. And she says, thank you so much. And he goes, don't bother thanking me. It's like, why not? Isn't this your job? Is this not what you want to do with your life? No, he doesn't know what he wants to do with his life. He thinks it's weird. And I'm like, own it! If I could talk to ghosts and help them find closure, dude, that's my new occupation, because I'm pretty sure God gave me that gift for a reason. He has a gift, and he's like, I don't care. I'm like, why do you not care? It's pretty awesome.
Also, the Soul Society just makes no freaking sense.
Oh, the Soul Society is a total cluster bomb. It's just, oh, you exist? Well, how does this work then? How come if everyone in the world goes to the Soul Society, how come it looks like a Japanese-based society? Like, do you not allow Americans, British, French, Russians? Do these people
like the Indians come in and they're just like, no, you're not allowed.
Yeah, you don't get to come here.
Here's your kimono, but what about my own? No, none of that.
Whatever. Anyway, do continue.
Let's see. I think he says he wants to be a doctor.
Does he? When does he say that?
Please I want him to do that just so that every time he's about to get into a fight, damn it, man, I'm a doctor, not a soul reaper.
That'd be the best line.
Do it. I will watch the show if they do that. Please.
If they do that, I will watch the show. I will watch every episode of the show if he just says, I'm a doctor, not a soul reaper.
That'd be great. Hey, Raven, what do you think about Attack on Titan?
Overrated.
Sure is a show, though. Love that opening theme, though.
The opening theme is awesome, but an opening theme a show does not need.
It's like, I like the first season. Second season, I kind of dropped off on, honestly.
I'm sorry, it's just overrated. It's fine. It's serviceable. It's got great animation and art. Overrated. I've seen better. Moving on.
Bleach equals weeb heaven. Okay.
Bleach is weeb heaven. It's just a bunch of people dressed up in Japanese garb for no other reason.
They say like it's apparently the Buddhist belief of the cycle of reincarnation, but do we even see them? Like, they stay in the Soul Society forever.
I don't even know. The rules of the Soul Society make absolutely no sense.
Oh gosh.
We're not just bullying Bleach. I feel so bad right now.
You see, the funny thing is, Bleach needs to clean up its act.
I
do like because I saw one comment where it's just like, "What you prefer, Naruto or Bleach?" And say like, "I don't know. How good is Naruto getting stains out of clothes?" And I'm like, "That is a great question."
That is a good question.
Absolutely.
How can Naruto do that? Next.
Okay, after season 4, yeah, I agree.
Ooh, that's a good color scheme for you. I'm gonna switch to that.
Okay, hey you two, what do you think of Garo in the OPM manga? And his character,
what's the OPM manga?
I don't know what it is.
You gotta understand, I don't despise Naruto, but I sure as heck don't follow it.
OPM, I'm not sure.
What's OPM manga?
Let's see, OPM.
Look it up, bro.
Oh, One Punch Man manga. Oh, we love it. We love One Punch Man.
I thought he said, what do you think of Gaara in the One Punch Man?
No, he said OPM, like, who is he saying? Let me find
the actual comment, because I thought he said Gaara.
Because he was talking about One Punch Man. Where did that comment go?
It was a comment.
I saw it. It was there. Okay, Garo.
Oh, Garo. Oh, the bad guy. He's definitely a thing. Doesn't make much sense. I mean, a lot of the villains in One Punch Man don't make a lot of sense.
That's okay, they're gonna get punched.
Then again, to be fair, Saitama doesn't give them a lot of time to make sense. He just basically says, okay, you're a thing.
If Apply and lived, is it possible she could be redeemed?
What?
Oh, if Apollyon lived, is it possible she could have been redeemed? Or is she irredeemable?
I don't think she sees herself as needing redemption.
Yeah.
In order for her to be redeemed, she would need to believe that she needs redemption, and she doesn't. She thinks that everything she did was right.
Yeah. Oh, Hey, Raven and Lark, did you hear that the Eldar finally got updated models? No.
No, I
That's
didn't know that.
good.
Cool.
I hope they finally pick something other than, the pinheads.
Anyway, 2 more questions, then we're gonna go.
Okay, how's work faring, Lark and Raven?
Well, I'm back, and with my leg the way it is, it's kind of slow going. I can't do a lot, but at least I'm back at it, making money.
And for me, we just got back from Christmas break, and kids are still kind of lethargic.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
Yeah, at least they're a little calm right now, which is good. Alright. What would you think about an Assassin's Creed game where the main character was originally a Templar but turned into an assassin? Kind of like a reverse Assassin's Creed Rogue.
That'd be kind of interesting.
If written well, that could be good.
If written well, that could be very interesting.
Saitama, yeah, Screw Attack did that. Okay. Let's see. Are there any villains that even after death they still kind of won? Apollyon, I know, is an example of one.
Yeah, there's some. There's some people who even after they die, they still got what they wanted. Palpatine. Because if you treat the sequel series as canon, the main hero of the world is a Palpatine. He kind of got what he wanted. Then there's Hitler. You'd think that with his death, we'd stop making the Nazis a big deal. But what's the word on every leftist lips whenever they don't like something? Nazi!
Yeah, I wouldn't use Hitler so much as I would use Lenin.
Yeah, Lenin got what he wanted, for sure. Lenin definitely got what he wanted.
And then it died.
But then it died.
Yep. Ecstatic Joker from Injustice. Yeah, he got what he wanted.
He kind of did. Kind of. Sort of. Not really.
And to answer your question, Lorath, we have heard of Hollow Knight. We've never really looked into it all that much, honestly.
Don't know much about it. Moving on.
Character designs look cool, though.
Last question.
All right, last question. John Smith, that's a frequently asked question. You can go look on the video for that. All right. I think we've answered that one before. Oh. Flood versus Tyranny.
I think we've talked about that before, haven't we?
I'm not sure if we have or not.
Well, Flood versus Tyrannid. The Flood would be more dangerous than Tyrannids just because a single molecule of the Flood can still destroy an entire species and still multiply. The Tyrannids require biomass to consume. Here's the thing. The Flood can corrupt any living sentient being and turn it to their side and then continue to spread like a plague. The Tyrannids consume all biomass and then build more monsters based on the biomass that they consume. So
it takes the Flood can operate much quicker, and a Grave Mine and Key Mine are far more dangerous threats because Grave Mines can corrupt AI and take over machinery. The Tyrannids can't.
Right. So the way I see it, the Flood is easily more dangerous, but I think if you pitted the two against each other, it would be a question of if the Tyrannids can consume the Flood.
Yeah.
If they can consume the Flood, the Tyrannids have a good shot.
Then they're just non-stop eating at each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd just be continuously evolving.
Can you even call the Tyrannids sentient life? They're basically a parasite.
Oh no, they do in the book The Desolation of Baal. They the hive mind does sort of have thoughts, animalistic, but thoughts. Still.
Well, no, but that's my thing. Can you consume a piece of the Tyrannid and still consider it sentient because it is all one hive mind?
It's true, but then again, there's also the gene stealers. They're definitely sentient. So.
Well, the sentients aren't even full Tyrannid. Lots of questions there.
Anyway, but I think that's a good final question, man.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, that's about it. That's all we're going to do for tonight. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. As usual, go subscribe if you haven't already. Please like and comment on the video if you enjoyed everything. Don't forget to hit up the Teespring store to throw some bread at your boy because I got to eat. Also, I have a Patreon. Every new update video I do now, which I release every Monday, if I can, I'm going to try to shout out the patrons who donate money. You know who you are right now, but I'm going to write all those names down so that I have them all memorized. And I'm just going to shout you guys out because I really appreciate the donations. They really help me out. And also, just thank you guys so much for following me. Again, the goal by the end of January, I've changed it to reaching 19,000 subscribers. And by the end of the year, I want to try to reach 30,000 subscribers. Let's keep the train rolling, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Take care.
Have a good one, guys.